Good morning, patients. Welcome to your appointment with Dr. Ferdinand Emiel. Please leave your daily stresses and worries outside, grab your go-to cozy drink, and sit back to enjoy our time together. Always go down in the comments for a start. Tell me how you're doing this week, and tell me what you're having for a drink today. I am right back to my coffee after having a beautifully clear and clean voice last week. I am right back to the gruff. I'm sure it comes to no surprise if I tell you that this one is a work weekend, so I hope no one is too tired because that will be my job today. So grab your granola bars and your electrolytes waters. We are reaching for the high peaks of the game Cairn. Now, for those of you who are not aware of that game, it is a climbing game, and here is the Steam page description for it. Reach a summit never climbed before in this survival climber from the creators of Fury and Haven. Climb anywhere and plan your route carefully, managing pitons and resources to survive unforgiving Mount Kami. Discover what Ava is willing to sacrifice to achieve the ascent of a lifetime. So I know what you might be thinking. This one could be a bit more white-knuckled than other games we have seen so far, but climbing being a very methodical and sometimes slow sport, I'm sure we can look forward to some very, very relaxing times, some beautiful views, of course, and some quiet time alone in nature. So let's get going. I am playing on a controller today, and so I checked before. I wanted to make sure, because here in the Alpinist, the medium difficulty, it says save your progress at bivouac sites and not saved automatically as the Explorer. But there is a save and quit function. It's just that whenever you get back to the game after, it automatically erases the save point you had. So if you fall, well, you have to start over. It simply saves your progress at the bivouac site.
All I ever wanted was to touch eternity for an instant. To reach one of those rare moments of bliss, where everything seems in its place and you feel you're part of a whole. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Climbot, go ahead, answer.
Hey, Ava, it's Chris. Do you ever pick up the phone?
Hi, Chris. Sorry. Look, I've not really got a whole lot of time to chat right now.
Absolutely. Just touching base to say we're good to go here. And I gotta tell you, we're all fired up. Rooting for you to become the first human to set foot on the summit of Kami.
Yeah, sure. Okay, gotta go. Just call me back. Come on, Climbot. I'm ready. Let's do this.
So we're going to go through the tutorial here, but we'll see if I leave it in or whatever. Because it's a new game, we will go until it makes sense to stop. So, I mean, I don't want to spend an eternity here in the tutorial, but that's it. As I was saying, I have tried the demo for the game before. They had a demo out last year at some point. I want to say it was in autumn. I was very excited for it because I used to do a lot of rock climbing myself. It was same as here, this environment where it was interior climbing. And one thing that I love about the game The UI is very minimal, so it keeps the immersion. And let me tell you, I would not jump down this far. There we go. Okay, so they do say. Game automatically selects the best limb to move for you based on the weight supported by each of them and Ava's posture. We recommend playing with automatic selection for smoother and more natural gameplay. However, you can always hold right bumper to choose which limb to move next. The natural limb controls can be customized in the settings. Let's go. But first I remember that we have, or that we can, do this. We can buy something because we found some change, but let's see if there's more. It seems that was all there was. And here's one thing I did not do that you should always do. Check your way. I don't know how you say it in English. In French we say une voie, which is the path you want to take to climb. And you should always be sure you know what you're doing, or where you're going rather, before you do it. Actually, you know what? I will try to reach. It is very much not ideal right now. Let's reach up here. Oh, Jesus. Because of that, I dropped my... so it's right bumper, right, they said, for manual moving. But I let go of the right bumper too quickly. And the automatic limb movement immediately took over. And there we go. Stamina refilled. So the automatic limb climbing automatically... The automatically limb moving automatically? Yeah, okay. Instantly started acting up. And it let go of a hand that I did not want to let go at all. We're almost out of the hole, almost out of the tutorial section. And that's why I was saying maybe we'll skip this one a bit. Now, let's not get too hasty. I don't want to ruin everything, but there we go. Recall our bot. I wish I had one of those. Save your progress. Outside of the climbing gym, serious injuries will be fatal. Find a bivouac site to save your progress and pitch your tent. You'll be able to resume from this point. If you die, your progress will also be automatically saved at certain points in the story. Very good. So I've never done...
Cool, thanks.
Look at that, and that's what I mean. While we have clear skies, we have beautiful views. And it is, I mean, you have the butterflies, you have the floating grass and floating leaves effect. You have the wind, the waterfalls, the soft music. I mean, it does get quite relaxing and quite nice, doesn't it? So we'll save that at our bivouac, and this is where we can cook as well. I know if we have ingredients, we can cook meals, because I mean, it does make sense, we're climbing up, so and both hands are in excellent condition. That's not, they don't look like they would be in excellent condition, but alright. I suppose we have nothing to repair them with. Bivouac also reminds me, I used to do a lot of camping with my parents back when I was a kid. That was a long, long time ago. I am an old man now. That's not wrong, not so old. Now let's see what the mountain rangers have to tell us. Park rangers. Notice raising awareness about pollution linked to mountaineering. Pick up your trash when you're hiking. Please do. The pika, related to hares or rabbits, pikas or okotonas, are particularly well adapted to life at high altitude. These herbivores are known for their sharp whistles. I thought it was a frog at first, like a cartoony frog with giant eyes. But it's one of those they look like mice, I think it is. They sneak into piles of stones or burrow in the ground when disturbed. A poster about climbing practice. Don't lay off the chalk. Used before, during, Climbot, even in its older version, features a compost function. Okay, that's cool. Map of Tenzin. So that's the area we are in. And by maybe the color codes are difficulties. So we can see right at the bottom, right on in the center of the map at the bottom, there's the gate and there's the kind of panel where we are at, I suppose. General view of the Tenzin Indoor-Outdoor Sports Complex. Do we have a map? That's a question. So which way do we want to go? I suppose we're going to go the easy way. We'll take that route over there. Some little frog friends. Just like in Guardian of Nature, where the frog friend was blocking our path. So this looks like an easy way to go up. So we're gonna let the route plan a route and choose the best starting position by scoping out each track. You can observe the wall from a distance with left bumper. In remote view, press Y to review your path. Alright, so that's from a distance, display route. Oh, this is what I just did the way we came from. That's cool. Rotation, elevation, movement. So that's it. I think that's a good one. We can just climb straight up. Nice ledges, nice crevices. We can do that. Yeah, I used to do rock climbing. I used to do camping with my parents, and of course, being the Canadian that I am, spoiler alert, no, I am, yes, I am French, but no, I'm not from France. The camping we did was, it's camping sauvage, we call it, so no electricity, no water, nothing, no services. I don't know the word in English for it, and of course, how we did was that we would paddle to our campsite. So we had, you would get to the place. It wasn't completely out in nature. There was still, I mean, of course there are designated spots for camping. That is not a great place to be right now. There we go. We had designated places that we could camp, and you would get to the front desk, if you want to call it that, grab your canoe that you would rent, pack it up, and then you would leave to your designated camping spot. So this kind of game brings back souvenirs. I mean, it's quite different, so I mean, brings back souvenir in a kind of a, you know, very vague way, if I can put it that way, but still, it was a very nice time in my life. I mean, I've always liked nature because of my parents, who taught my brother and I to appreciate nature, of course. And they were just good times. I mean, you cannot beat time relaxing, where you literally have no way of contacting anyone outside. We did not have phones back then. We did not have cell phones. I think I might get my left hand just a bit higher up first, and then we'll get the right leg. But take a breath, you're okay. And of course, because you're on the water, or around water anyway, that meant we could go swimming. Because it's always, we would always do it in the summer, of course, during our summer break, in elementary mostly. And see, that's what I mean by might, at some points, sometimes it might be a bit more white-knuckled than we have seen so far, but if you're being methodical, if you're slowing down, if you're taking your time doing the climbing as you should, then not a big fan of that. Yeah, no, that's fine. Right hand. Not a big fan of that, I will admit. She is not struggling, but it is not the best. Yeah. She is not doing too good. Let's reach out with our right hand there. Perfect, now that's good. Let's bring our second leg in, and now we're stable. That's good. And now we can reach. I'll bring my foot right up a bit. Let's bring that right hand, and voila. Place a piton, yes. Well, I did not need one. Let's see, is there
Just
anything we
passing
can
through.
collect? Just passing through. Gentian. Of course, all medicinal herbs, I suppose. Clear water, that's great. Let's drink, and we can do nothing else. I mean, I'm already impressed by the view, so I can just imagine how it will look once we reach higher. Hopefully they won't, I mean, of course, this being a sort of survival game, I expect we will see at some point some harsher conditions. You know, like, they'll have some high winds, perhaps, or... Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that great? Is there a... I don't know if it's because of just the viewpoint, but it seems like the clouds are turning pink. I don't know if there's a day-night cycle. I think I have noticed the shadows getting longer. There we go. So that is a possible way. It's not too high on this end. And yes, clearly, it's getting quite dark. So I guess there is a night and day cycle, or unless it's as we climb the... I'm not a big fan of that overhang here, but I like the fact that once we pass that overhang, then it gets easier. So we might do something here. Or we might use these crevices. So let's see, let's plan our route, yeah? As we always should. Yeah, that's good. I think we'll go here. Just follow along on the right there, just so we can pass the overhang, and then we'll follow along. I mean, I guess I don't really need to. Or maybe I do. Can I, please? It's just a bit too high. So let's start climbing then, and make our second wall. Well, that was not a great start. Well, let's find another way. There are spots in that... you know what? Actually, let's use some chalk. Extra grip. Perfect. Let's not waste that then. And it leaves chalk marks whenever you... That's very cool. I thought it would be easy, but it doesn't look like it's a nice start as much as I thought it would be anyway. I know we can get a running start. Okay, maybe not. Well, and it tells you when the last save was. That's really good. They've really thought of a lot. Well, I'm wasting my chalk here, so let's just use these. Let's go this way around. Let's use these crevices here then. It's gonna be an easier start anyway. And yeah, is that are you okay there? is that it? Alright, let's bring our foot. Let's bring our second foot right there. Let's bring our right hand in here. Left hand up here. And yeah, I thought I wanted that one on the left. And I still do. So let's leave our right foot on this one. Let's go left a bit. That's good for the right hand, and let's do the same with the left. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan at all. I don't think I can bring my left foot up much. Ah, shit, that is not good. We're wasting our chalk here. Absolute waste. There we go. Now that's going to be a bit tougher because I have nothing for my legs really. And there you go. You see that? She pulled herself up with her arms, and that was difficult. Very tough to just. I mean, you're basically. That's basically you're doing a chin up there. So we'll get up on that ledge there. And then I think we will call it a night. Let's bring the left leg up first. Yeah, that's very good. That's good. That's good. I thought we would have to follow the crevices, but not really. We do have nice grips on this side. Okay, now let's leave this one here. We will get our right leg. Please, we will get our right leg. So I guess not. We will not get our right leg then. And there we go. And now we can start making our way left. That's good. Like that. Let's bring this one here. That's perfect. That's perfect. Hang on. I will let her rest because if I take that route, the crevice that I was seeing, it's not bringing up right up there. So I think we'll go left just enough to catch that that ledge there. That's kind of right on top, right above our head, and then we'll climb right up. As much as we can anyway, because it doesn't look like it's a very, very deep crevice there. This is not something you should say, but we will see when we get there. Hopefully I won't say that too many times during our climb. But as we get used to it, I suppose we won't. Oh, that's not good. And there's the thirst. Alright. Catch that. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. I will say it's not a great grip. Good, 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 good. There we go. Steady your breathing. Can I reach that one? Yeah. I'm not in love with that path, so we will actually follow along on the left, and we'll just wrap back up. I think that will be the best. So let's bring our right hand back. And of course, what's nice is that you are, I mean, as it makes sense, of course, you are limited by, you're limited by how flexible you are. Get that hold on there. There we go. I'd like you to grab more if you can. Ava. I think that's fine. I will move my left hand first in this one, and I will move my right hand to the right. It's like perfectly placed for us. And we will go with our right leg first, and then our left leg. Up here, that's not great. I can hear her breathing speeding up, but it's good enough. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. We're starting to see things. There we go. Reach out, and we have a nice little spot there for our feet. Let's get that in here, and I think we can move our hands a bit more before we bring our left leg back. There we go. Perfect. Not too much trouble after all. We kind of wasted, that chalk patch there, but you know, live and learn, as they say. And the beautiful music kicks in. We have an amazing sunset. This makes me think that it's not so much a day-night cycle, but is that the Pika? That is the Pika. Oh, it's more of a, what is that? That is the Pika. Anyway, makes me think that it's not so much a day-night cycle as it's just, it adapts, or it moves depending on how high you are, what progress you're making, really. So we will bivouac and ascend saved day 1. There we go, 20:04:04, 5:46 p.m. I cannot cheat, you know exactly when it was recorded. We will bivouac, and just like Ava here in our game, she will clock in for the night, and so will we. So I hope you guys have liked seeing this first look at the new game that we're starting, Cairn, because I have absolutely loved it. It's been a long time since I have not climbed. I will admit I am missing it greatly, and well, hopefully this can fill the hole in my heart I have for grabbing onto rocks and throwing myself up to unreasonable heights. So hopefully no one here has a fear of that. And so there we go. I hope everyone has been able to make the most out of today's appointment. Do not forget to subscribe and to turn on the notifications so you won't miss the next one. And until then, remember to slow down and to take care of yourselves. À la prochaine!